anybody who is listening or watching. Today I'm going to tell you about a very interesting person or persona in the Necron faction. Few videos back, uh, I said that I was going to explain to you about four interesting characters in the lore of the Necrons. Today we're looking at what you'd call a mad scientist. He's probably the epiphany of the two words mad scientist. His name is Illuminor Sozeros. He is one of the many cryptechs. What is a cryptech? Cryptech are usually the Necron scientists. Why I would call him a mad scientist? Well, because he made the biotransference a possibility, not just an idea. Long, long ago, when the Necrons were called Necron tier and were still flesh and blood, they made their own gods, the Catan. I spoke of them in the last video. The Catan saw a way to benefit from the Necron tier, and they bestowed the knowledge of biotransference, a way for the Necron tier to achieve immortality. But that immortality, the price was very, very high. The price of this immortality was full and complete genocide of the entire Necron tier race and the birth of the Necrons. When the Catan bestowed the knowledge of biotransference, or the science behind it, they needed someone that could make it a reality. So, Illuminor Sozeros was just the guy. He saw the whole process as a way for him to achieve godhood. So basically it was one small step towards ascension. He created something called biofurnaces. They were meant to destroy and then create, but the price, I would say, was pretty fucking high. What happened during the biotransference has been lost to time. Only the Necrons that have still kept their sanity or minds from 60 million years ago know what happened in there. From what annals or tidbits of lore that were able the Imperium to collect was that flesh was melted away, souls were ripped away from the body, and the mind was installed into a new, more perfect, more durable, stronger body made of the living metal that the Necrons call necrodermis, or the overarching galaxy calls necrodermis. When the souls were ripped out of the body, they were outside those biofurnaces. The Catan were waiting, and every soul that they saw, they snatched and feasted upon, engorging themselves on life energies, making them way more powerful than it needed to be. And now, after the biotransference, which was this gruesome process, the Catan had become, they were gods to begin with, but now they had become empowered gods. And also they had a ginormous slave army. The Necron tier were dead, the Necrons lived-ish. There's something like undead, but not exactly, because they're also mechanical. It's weird. So, the war in heaven happened. It started as a very, very bad instance for the Necron. It ended with the galaxy burning and the Necrons taking a long nap. At the beginning of the video, I said that Illuminor Cesaros was a mad scientist, or the epiphany of it. Why is that? Because he's willing to do everything to achieve his godhood. And I mean everything. He's been experimenting on living beings since his protocols awakened. What are his protocols? Basically, his mind. He doesn't see any wrong in experimenting on living beings. He also knows his own worth. So, even though all of his colleagues, as in any other cryptic, despise him and see him as batshit insane, they still recognize his advancements in Necron technology. As far as I know, there are three instances of his genius. He dissected some alien spiders' multiple eyes and created better optics for the Necron army. He also dissected the hide of a giant space cockroach, which I can call it a cockroach because it kind of looks like a cockroach, but it kind of looks like five different insects melded into one and then gigantified, which is something that I would never want to see, ever. No. And the third innovation that he made, was he augmented his own body. His old mini was how his old body looked like. His new mini is how he looks now after he managed to augment his entire frame. He is now 7 or 8 feet fucking tall. Also, his current mini is so fucking awesome. I want that thing. I want to find it, buy it, build it, paint it, and put it somewhere on one of my shelves. I'm also almost getting hard on the thought. Look at it. That mini is gorgeous. Also, when I eventually manage to build a Necron army, I'm gonna use the fucker. I'm gonna use that fucker. What I said before, that Illuminor Cesaris knows his own worth, is that even though overlords or pharaohs despise him and think that he's out of the fucking question to ever talk to, they still need his genius. That's why every time when a overlord or a pharaoh needs his genius, Cesaris tells them what exactly he needs. It's usually raids on worlds on which there are sentient beings, as in humans or Eldar, or Tau, or any humanoid being. I think they just need to be sentient or just fucking alive. Which is another thing that he does, just to make sure that his current benefactor doesn't screw him over, is that he goes in with the first attacking wave and he can pick and choose which specimen he wants to take for his collection. Yeah. Warhammer recently, I think a few months ago, released a series called the Pariah Nexus. I haven't watched it fully, but I intend to finish it. Also, whomever wants to see what the hell Luminar Cesaris is, go and watch the Pariah Nexus series. It's it's a very hard, it's a very good hard-on for Necron fans. It's also a very good hard-on for anybody that is into Sisters of Battle or Space Marine. Mm, More precisely, the Salamanders, or even overall fan of the Imperium. But I'm gonna touch the Imperium when it's done. I'm enjoying Necrons. This is everything that I wanted to say about biotransference, and the one that helped to commit the atrocity of the extinction of the Necron tier. So, enjoy your day, may the gods be with you, and the very thought of the epiphany of a mad scientist to be a Necron. I love the fucker, even though he's crazy.